Hello everyone, this is Miss Smith, and the purpose of this video is to discuss the outline. And so now you have to submit an outline for your literacy narrative essay. And so I wanted to show you my outline that I created if I were writing a literacy narrative essay. Okay, and this is based on a true story. It's going to probably sound pretty funny, but it is a true story. And so I've started my paper with my information here at the top left, my name, the course, the assignment I'm writing, literacy narrative outline, and the date. Okay, and I've put my title for my essay that I've come up with on my outline. Okay, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. And so again, per the assignment guidelines, you want to make sure that you begin with your thesis statement. Now your thesis statement is the main point of your essay, right? It's going to be the main point that you're trying to make. And my thesis statement reads, not knowing how to read a book I received as a 5th birthday gift was disappointing, but that experience created a love of reading and learning that I still have to this day. And so you want to then create a formal outline. So the book talks about that and the hierarchies that happen in a formal outline. You'll probably want to begin with the introduction. And you pretty much want to outline the different types of things you're going to talk about throughout your essay. Okay? Now here's the thing with an outline. You are creating your outline at the end of the pre-writing stage of the writing process. And so your outline can and probably will change as you are going through the writing process and creating your rough draft and working toward that finished product. Okay, so don't be alarmed if what you end up writing doesn't exactly match everything line by line in your outline. Sometimes it does change. And so I'm starting with an introduction. Okay, and I'm talking about my 5th birthday party and the importance of being 5 years old. I really thought I was a big girl. And I'm introducing here that kind of almost like a hint of the conflict that's coming. And I'm stating that I didn't anticipate learning an important life lesson that would forever define my love for reading. Okay, and so a good narrative, a good literacy narrative will have that point of conflict in it. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But there needs to be some type of a turning point or some type of a catalyst that defines you, that shapes you. Okay, and you want to make sure that that is included in this literacy narrative. And so let's say I then talk about anticipating the party, okay? And let's say I kind of put some context in there, marking my calendar in anticipation of the party, like those days leading up to it, shopping for Barbie doll decor, paper plates, cups, streamers, balloons, and ordering a Barbie doll themed cake, which I really was excited about. And then let's say I talk about the day of the party, right? So I've talked about leading up to the party, and I'm talking about the day of the party and getting ready on the day of the party, putting on my pretty new dress and my tiara because I would be the guest of honor, all of my friends arriving, fun and games at the party, and getting to the point of opening gifts. And around here would be where my conflict would happen in my story, according to this outline. I receive a book from Susan, who was one of my good friends, who could read the book aloud and I couldn't. So Susan knew how to read and I didn't know how to read. And that thoroughly upset me. I was really upset. Okay, and so then I can start talking about that point, the disappointment at my party. I started to cry, I really did, because I didn't know how to read. And I went to my room and I didn't want to go back to my party. My mother consoled me and told me that I could learn to read and she would help me. Okay, and she also kind of told me that, it was pretty much up to me at the pace that I learned, right? And that I could put a little bit more effort into it beyond what I was doing in school and beyond what I was already doing at home. If I really wanted to learn how to read, I could kind of accelerate that pace for myself. And so I decided to go back to my party with a newfound desire to learn how to read. Okay? And so the results of this life lesson, right? Let's just say this is my conclusion. It might be here where I put that thesis statement, where I kind of summarize the main point and what I learned as a result of that defining moment in terms of my literacy narrative. Now, at some point this semester, we will write an argumentative essay. And when we write the argumentative essay, I will tell you that I want you to put your thesis statement in that introduction paragraph. With a lot of writing, you want the reader to be very clear about the main point you're making. However, with a narrative, it's fine if you save that main point to the end. If you tell the story and if you leave the reader near the end of the essay with the main point, right? With kind of the resolution of it all. And so you can include your thesis statement there. You can include it elsewhere in your essay as well, but a lot of times it fits perfectly near the end of the essay. And I can talk about the fact that through reading, I discovered a love for writing and a desire to learn. That is exactly what happened. The more I read, the more I wanted to write, and the more I wanted to learn about what I read. So it all kind of worked together for me. I also realized that learning was my responsibility. My love for reading and writing led to my career as a professional writer and now as an instructor of writing. And I'm grateful for that life lesson on my 5th birthday that helped shape who I am today. Okay, so this is just a look at the outline that I would create for my literacy narrative. I've chosen a point in time that was defining for me, and I'm trying to create an outline that will help me tell that story while still introducing that point of conflict, right? And while also introducing some type of a resolution, right? That thesis statement, what I learned, how it changed me, how it affected me, okay? And so hopefully looking at my outline is helpful. In addition to this video, I will include the actual Word document in our weekly content on D2L, so you can take a closer look at my outline if you'd like, okay? If you have questions or if you need additional support, don't hesitate to contact me, all right? Let me know. Take care.